Hello everyone. It's pretty hard to believe that next week, Genshin will be entering patch 4.3. That means the drip marketing for character patch 4.4 will be officially broadcasted by Hoyoverse very soon. Who could they be? I assume those of you watching this video have been following the leaked news on the internet. But if you really want to play without following leaks, then don't watch this video. Although I'm quite whisker-sighted about waiting for patch 4.3, I won't discuss about the update. Instead, I will talk about the character in the next patch, namely the Cloud Retainer. She will be released in the upcoming patch 4.4, along with a new 4-star character that we'll discuss later. In this video, I won't discuss her entire kit in details. You can check Twitter for the complete information. Alright, as you all already know, Cloud Retainer is a 5-star character with Animo Vision, and she is a catalyst user. But what is her actual role? According to a fairly reliable source, she will be a support, as well as a sub-DPS unit. Her elemental skill allows her to soar into the air, so that she can do multiple plunge attacks. Her elemental burst provides party healing, buffing the plunge attacks of the active character, taunt effects, and has a substantial energy cost. Her talents also grant the ability to crowd control. The point is, she supports plunge attack, while maybe delivering potentially significant damage. Looking at all of this, can you already guess who she will be supporting? Yes, Xiao, for sure. If this information does turn out to be true, you might think that Cloud Retainer will be a very niche support, perhaps even surpassing Shen for Cryo, because Seer only provides a specific buff to the plunge attack, which currently only Xiao utilizes this. Moreover, she also provides the healing that Xiao needs. It can be said that Cloud Retainer can be Xiao's savior. Well, he may or may not need to be saved, and I don't have him, so I can't say much. But based on my observation, his performance seems to be quite far behind other DPS characters. Cloud Retainer might be the one to boost Xiao's performance in the Spiral Abyss. Other than Xiao, I think Seer can also fit into a team with Farina, serving as a healer to replace Jean. Well, that's the rumor. She can also utilize viridescent artifacts to reduce enemy resistance. Or you can experiment with any other teams that suit her when she is officially released. But going back to her main purpose, if indeed all of her passives and the overall design are tailored to support the plunge attack, there will be two possibilities. First, Cloud Retainer really has to be a very strong unit in her role. If the buffs provided are not massive, the primogems we spend might not be worth it. There are still many supporters like Faruzan and Bennett that works really well with Xiao. Her buffing capabilities must be on par or even surpass the combination of C6 Faruzan and Bennett's ultimate to make her worth pulling, since it can only be used for plunging attacks. You get what I mean, right? Is this too much to ask for? It doesn't seem like it, does it? The second possibility is that you can form your own team where Cloud Retainer can be a DPS and buff herself because her skill allows her to fly and perform plunge attacks several times. This could definitely happen if only her multiplier is decent. Well, rather than surpassing these two, they can just be in one team. Or, you can disregard the two possibilities earlier and pull as you please if you think she's a hot Miami. As for exploration, I'm confident that she will be useful, since most Animo units are giving us a great comfort for exploring new areas. But all of these possibilities are just my personal opinions. Feel free to disagree with me. It's important to note that in this channel, you are free to express your opinions, as long as you're not being rude. Okay, primarily, she is a character from Liu, and a limited one. Are your expectations high? It's quite reasonable if they are. Most 5-star limited units from the Liu region are quite good. Right, but if it turns out her support abilities are good, and only limited to Xiao, well, I think she is, at least, safe, because she has a clear role. So, for those of you who have Xiao, positively congrats to you. But what about those of us who don't? Is it worth pulling for her? The answer cannot be given now. It's always wise to decide who to pull when the character has entered the original server. If you can't wait that long, you can at least wait for news from people on the beta server. But I have a different perspective. What if Cloud Retainer and Xiao being a perfect pair is just a coincidence? Of course, Hoyoverse will surely release a healer unit after the introduction of the health manipulation mechanism from the Fontaine region, but perhaps Hoyoverse also wants to open up new playstyle by utilizing the plunging attacks. What if the entire kit of Cloud Retainer will be needed for some characters in the future? Maybe when we enter the Natlan region. So, she could be a future-proof character. I would like to mention Beiju as an example. During the initial release, many negative comments were thrown at our doctor here, because his main function was just a healer, and his Dendro application is not effective for multi-target. But now, after entering the Fontaine region, he has become better. Rite. And he even synergizes well if in the same team with Frina. So, if you pulled for Beiju before, it was indeed a perfect investment. This might also be the fate of Cloud Retainer, since she hasn't been released yet, so we don't know how players will respond. If, upon release, her performance is excellent, and her support type is quite universal and accepted by the fans, then good for her. If it's the opposite, and her kit brings about significant controversy, she might just be in the bad timing of release. Personally, I think she won't perform poorly, though there will likely be some drawbacks. Then, what about the other new character? He is the Lion Boy. This is not his real name but a nickname. He is also rumored to be released in the same patch as our Animo Crane. If you're active on the Twitter platform, someone released an image of the main event in patch 4.4, which is going to be another Lantern Rite festival. And there you can see the visual appearance of the Lion Boy. I don't know, but in my opinion, he looks like Ben 10. His design has already received some criticism, even before the developer announced his drip marketing poster. Our game's fandom is indeed powerful. Anyway, back to the topic. Lion Boy is a 4-star and has a pyro vision. There is still debate about this kid's kit. You can at least wait for news from people on the beta server, whether he is a support for pyro that can reduce duration of charged attack, or a pyro shell that utilizes plunge attacks. If he is indeed a pyro shell, it all fits well. Hoyoverse wants to try something new by maximizing plunge attacks and having Cloud Retainer as the main support. Well, again, we still have to wait for at least information from the beta to get the correct news. So, that's the analysis from Cat Bolomi. Quite curious to see Cloud Retainer's performance in the future, whether she belongs to new units only, or can easily fit into existing team compositions, and replace the roles of Jean and Sayu as Animo healers. I'm curious to positively hear your thoughts about Cloud Retainer, whether it's about her kit, design, or future fate. Same goes for Lion Boy. Hit the like button if you find this content awesome, and be sure to subscribe this channel for future contents. I'll see you humans in the next video.